This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAIA Hall of Famers, Mike Van Diest, joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weights. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
The Jason Walker Show, presented by Helena Accommodations. The in-town 5-star extended stay residences. Visit HelenaAccommodations.com. Broadcasting from the Major Mortgage Man Cave, here's Jason Walker.
Oh, happy Friday. It is the Jason Walker Show. We are coming to you from the Major Mortgage Man Cave. A beautiful day and a great weekend of sports. We have a big show coming up for you as well. Cannot wait to get going here on the Jason Walker Show. Of course, you can always tune in on Facebook.com/The Jason Walker Show. You can tweet us anytime at JWalker Sports, also at Jason Walker Show. Also on YouTube now, and you can comment there. Just search the Jason Walker Show. TreasureStateRadio.com is a place to listen. You can download if you do not have the app on your Google Play or your Apple App Store. Also, JasonWalkerShow.com is coming soon. We also have a brand new link as well. Network One Sports is carrying the Jason Walker Show, and you can go back and listen to archives there as well. And, of course, email me anytime, JasonWalkerSports@gmail.com. All right, we got a busy show today, and I cannot wait to get to it. We're going to talk to Eric Peterson of the three-time AA girls basketball champs, the Helena High girls. That will come up a little bit later on. Mentioned we have predictions that we'll give you coming up as well. And just a whole lot more fun and stuff is forthcoming as we get going here on a finally Friday. Oh, and we're also going to talk to the man, Flint Rasmussen. He'll join us in about 10 minutes or so. And we'll preview Chase Hawk's Memorial Rough Stock Rodeo, which is coming up tomorrow night down at Billings. And we're also going to check in with him and get his thoughts on what happened in Las Vegas, not only the NFR, but the PBR with Jess Lockwood winning a second world championship last week. And I know we've had a lot of rodeo talk this week, but it's well worth it because there's been a lot going on. We've had world champs and all that as well. All right. And we have a gift certificate to give away to Cafe Zydeco we're going to do here in a little bit with trivia. So a trivia question is forthcoming for you to answer either on the Twitter or the Facebook or the YouTube or wherever you're listening. You can even text me if you have my number. And if you don't, find it because it's actually out there. I'm not going to just give it to you, though. But looking forward to the show today. Big on this day in history coming up as well. And, of course, we'll wrap everything up with the walk-off. And did I mention we're going to do predictions? I think I did. We're gonna have predictions coming up here in a little bit. All right, but let's start with the big weekend. Oh, we have two Twitter polls as well. You can vote on Facebook and Twitter as basically who's going to win championship games tomorrow. Not just championship games, but the semifinals of the FCS. Who wins between Weber State and James Madison, and then who wins between Montana State and North Dakota State. You can vote on the Twitter at Jason Walker Show. You can also get on Facebook and YouTube and let us know there as well who you think is going to win between Weber State and James Madison and also Montana State at North Dakota State. Now, Montana State will play at noon tomorrow, that game on ESPN2, and then Weber State is set to kick off at 4:30 Mountain Time at on ESPNU on the U. It is also the NAIA Championship coming up tomorrow. You've got Marion taking on Morningside, and that'll be played at Eddie Robinson Stadium at Grambling University. Big big moment for them. It was in Daytona Beach for, 5 years, the championship for NAIA. Then it moved over to Grambling this year for a couple of years. They'll test it out, and should be very, very awesome for Marion and Morningside as they get to experience it as well. So we'll give you predictions. I'm going to give you predictions on that as well. So Montana State and North Dakota State game, also Weber and James and Madison. I'll tell you who wins those, and then I'll tell you who wins Marion and Morningside. Now, atomicfootball.com, it's a website, and they predict games. They give you scores. And the NAI, they have Morningside beating Marion out of Indiana 30-24. And that game again at Grambling University. Now, on the FCS, they've got James Madison 33, Weber State 17. And then they have North Dakota State 32, Montana State 15. So there's, take it for what it's worth. It's a great website if you want to get predictions, if for betting and entertainment purposes only, right? There's no betting involved. Yes, Kenny joining us on the Facebook live stream, who said Bobcats. Yep, thank you. I know you are voting for the Bobcats, you being a Bobcat guy. Early results are in. Montana State leading 3-1. Well, 3 times to 1 time for North Dakota State, 75% for Montana State. Right now, James Madison just a hair over 24% in the early voting on the Twitter. We have a couple of votes coming in for the Bobcats as well. So we'll give you all that coming up. Speaking of Montana State and North Dakota State, Jason Walker Show, by the way, presented by Helena Accommodations, the in-town 5-star extended stay residences. Visit HelenaAccommodations.com. Here in the Major Mortgage Man Cave, and when you look at the Montana State and North Dakota State matchup, there is a lot of history. There is, the Bison have won the last 2 meetings since 2011 in the playoffs. They beat the Bobcats twice, and last year was 52-10. When you look at that score, it wasn't fantastic by any stretch of the means for the Bobcats, but they're using that as motivation for moving on and beating North Dakota State this year. We'll see if it works, but you can vote on who do you think you win. So some numbers here a little bit. The last time the Bobcats were in the semifinal round was 1984. Of course, they won the national championship that year, beat Louisiana Tech in Charleston, South Carolina. And right behind me is framed from the Bozeman Daily Chronicle, framed articles about that Cap victory over Louisiana Tech. So that is right behind me here in the Major Mortgage Man Cave. So that's kind of cool. And then some more numbers. The Bobcats beat Austin Peay last week, 24-10. What's some other numbers? A little bit more history. The Bison, this favors the Bison, really. 82-6 at home this decade since 2010. That's 26-1 in the playoffs. The current 27-game home winning streak for NDSU, the longest active streak in Division I. The Bison have also won 67 of their last 69 at the Fargo Dome against non-league opponents. Their only home playoff loss since joining Division I, a 27-17 defeat to James Madison in 2016. That's the only year since 2011 that North Dakota State has not won the national championship. And they also have won 35 straight games, which is better than their previous 33-game win streak that they had as well. So let's see. Since the start of 2011, Bison are 126-8 overall. Their 135 wins this decade is the most in all of college football. North Dakota State, very good up front on both the offense and both the defense. But you know what? So's Montana State this year. And I'm looking forward to this game. I really am. And the way that Tucker Rovig has been playing as of late is a big bonus. He's been playing his best football coming down the stretch here in the Cat Grizz game, and also especially the first playoff win in the second round. And then also last week against Austin Peay, he did very, very well. So this is a good quarterback for Montana State. And, of course, you've got Isaiah Fonse back, who's running all over the place. had almost 200 yards rushing last week, ran for a touchdown, and he also threw for a touchdown. And if you remember what it looked like, I think I can pull it up here. It was a great pass too, and it's almost like that old Tim Tebow jump pass into the end zone, and Jason Skrimpos, the receiver, pulling that one in. But a very nice play there by Isaiah Fonson, and a great play call from head coach Matt Miller. Another vote for the Bobcats coming in. And hi, Bo, as you're tuning in on the Facebook. We also have the Twitter feed up as well, and live on YouTube, as well as TreasureStateMedia.com. If you don't have Treasure State Media, just download it on the App Store, Google Play, or Apple App Store. And email me anytime, jasonwalkersports@gmail.com. We got another great sponsor. I cannot wait to share this one with you coming up. Thanks to all of our great sponsors, Dinner's Done Right, Cafe Zydeco, Helena Accommodations, Major Mortgage, Man Cave as well, and much, much more forthcoming. But we're going to take a quick break, and when we do, we are going to be joined by the man. He is the PBR entertainer extraordinaire, Flint Rasmussen. Will join us when we come back here on the Jason Walker Show. Have you thought about buying a home and just don't know where to begin? Well, when it comes to one of the most important purchases one can make, we understand it can be frustrating and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let the Major Mortgage team help you with all your mortgage needs. Major Mortgage means major service, and we would love the opportunity to help you today. Give J.R. McFadden, NMLS number 1246357, a call today at 406-465-1918, or you can visit him at 2001 11th Avenue, Building A, Suite 3 in Helena. Major Mortgage is a division of AMCAP Mortgage, NMLS number 129122, equal housing lender. Everyone knows about Dinner's Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinner's Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients, along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinner's Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com. Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show. Welcome back, Jason Walker Show, inside the Major Mortgage Man Cave. Appreciate you joining us on a finally Friday, and I think we should start calling this the... I wish I could do a segment with this guy every week, because I think that would be really cool, and call it Fridays with Flint. What do you think about that?
If the money is right.
I'm not paying. I'm not making money. Why are you getting paid?
Come on. Well, exactly. But I mean, we could come up with you need a jingle. You need a theme like the Jason Walker Show.
Oh no! Come on.
Something like, I'll think of something.
Well, you can produce it. You can sing it, and then I'll put it on. How's that?
Okay. I'll have my brother Will help me. My daughters.
Yeah.
We'll get something.
Yeah,
since we're all regulars on your show.
That's exactly right. And I've still never been on your show, so.
Well, good point.
You're
right.
I am outside the barrel.
You are way. Sometimes you just got to think outside the barrel, man. That's all there is to it.
That's exactly right. Flint Rasmussen joining us, and I wanted to give you the proper introduction. I'm a huge Garth Brooks fan, but if there's anybody, and he just won CMA Entertainer of the Year for the seventh time overall, but you're the entertainer of the year every year. Eric Church has nothing on you. Garth, as much as I love him, has nothing on Flint Rasmussen.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Well, Garth Brooks told me never to name drop. But
wow,
that's a joke. See that? He didn't. I've never met Garth Brooks. All the people I've met, and I've never met Garth Brooks. My old boss is one of his managers, and that's a shame, Jason. It's a shame.
I agree.
Yeah, it's good. I haven't been on in a while. It's good to hear you.
It's great to be visiting with you. I actually interviewed Garth. I got to ask him one question back in '97 or '98 in Billings. It was a big press conference thing.
What did you ask Garth Brooks?
It was lame because I was still young, and I'm like, "Hey, how excited about Billings are you?"
Oh,
I know.
And he said, "Man, I'll tell you, the fans up here in Montana traditionally have been really good. We have great energy, blah, blah, blah." Didn't he?
That's exactly right. Yep.
Yeah. But great guy from everything I've heard.
See, that's the same. That's the answer I get from you, though, is I'm just happy to be here. Pleasure to be on your show.
Yeah, but like, I'll tell you this, Jason, you've had my daughter Shelby on. You've interviewed her several times. Matter of fact, she was texting me right as you were calling.
Oh, nice.
And she always loved being on your show. As always. She loves doing radio and stuff. She's good. She did some TV stuff.
I saw that
last summer, and she's good at it.
She's very good.
Yeah.
She's and Paige is really good too. So, yeah, you can learn something from them.
I know. Boy, isn't that the truth? In more ways than one. Yeah. They're both down in Arizona right now for their break. So
they're smart.
Yeah, I could learn a lot. Yeah. However, I will say this. The Chase Hawks Invitational Rough Stock Rodeo, I did the first, I don't know how many of them I did, 6 or 7. And then frankly, it's hard to explain to people. Business is business. When I got to be exclusive with the PBR, it is a direct competition event. I mean, Billings has a lot of Western, rodeo type events. And so I quit doing it because we're in the same arena in 4 months from now. And this year's the 25th year, and it does mean something to me. Nowadays, like cowboys will say the Chase Hawks, but a lot of people don't even know it was a little kid. Right. And I was with his older brother, Justin. He was a bullfighter. I was a clown. We were in White Sulphur Springs at the Labor Day Rodeo together the morning his little brother, Chase Hawks, got killed on his bicycle. And Justin finished the rodeo that day, stayed, because that's what his little brother would have wanted him to do. So it means a little more to me. And I called the PBR and said, "This is 25th year. It means a lot to me." And they were, of course, "Oh yeah, you bet." There was no problem. So I haven't done it in a while, and I actually am pretty excited because I can tell you, frankly, Jason, because we're friends, there are times when it does turn into a job. Going on the air every day. There are times where you're like, but I'm excited. I'm actually getting ready. There's a big banquet and auction fundraiser tonight that my brother Will and Bob Tallman are emceeing. I just got into my place here. I went and saw a couple kids at St. Vincent's Hospital this afternoon and gave some autographs. So just kind of getting back in the groove over the Christmas vacation. So yeah, I'm excited. And it's Billings. I can talk about the Columbus Cougars and the Forsyth Dogies, and people know what I'm talking about, man. That's some good Montana stuff.
Forsyth Dogies don't play well in New York.
Or no, they don't even know. Get along, little Dogie. It doesn't. And I mean, New York City, they don't believe that there's really a Chinook sugar beater. Come on, man.
Right. I know.
They have no idea. So I'm actually pretty excited. The deal tonight, I have a number for the auction, but chances are I'm not going to buy anything. But who knows?
Well, all that. Yeah, you should. You should try to.
Yeah, I will. I think so.
So let me ask you this real quick.
It's fun. Yeah.
Do you since obviously you're on loan from the PBR, as Flint Rasmussen joining us here at Jason Walker Show, do you get to wear the same thing you wear when you're on the PBR tour? Or do you have a whole new outfit for tonight?
Yeah, it's all I got. You know what I discovered? It's all I have. I don't have anything else. So I'm going to wear, I haven't asked my Cooper Tire boss. I think I'm going to wear the Cooper Tire uniform. I think it's tomorrow night. Win or lose, I'm wearing my Montana State University themed Cooper Tire uniform.
I like that. They're going to win. You know that.
Oh, you know what? They got a shot. Let me tell you, North Dakota State knows they're coming this year.
That's right.
No doubt.
That's absolutely right.
listen, what a year. Bobcats, Grizzlies, both in the playoffs. Grizzlies with the tough loss at Weber State. That was a tough one. I'll say that, you know me, I'm a big Bobcat fan, just from family lineage, and both my girls are there. I really like Dalton Sneed, the quarterback for the Grizzlies. He's so good. And there's some great kids there. Just some really good Montana kids for the Grizzlies. But,
well,
you know how
Dalton's
people
so nice.
say, what's that?
He's just a nice kid.
Oh, but I don't know him, but I'm a fan. But, the people who say, well, when they're not playing the Bobcats, I cheer for them. I don't.
Nope.
Let's just be honest here. I don't know. But hey, listen, the Bobcat, that North Dakota State Bobcats look really good. They're strong. So
they are.
Look out, Fargo.
That's right.
Look out, you cocky North Dakota State fans, and make no mistake. It's North Dakota. They got nothing else to do. And they are full of themselves, man.
That is true.
I got a Twitter message, and you are familiar with Twitter messages and how not to respond. But too soon.
Wow.
And some guy says, I'm not a crap talker. I just cheer for my team,
Right.
He says, Walmart has a special on towels. You might get down there and get a crying towel to beat the rush for when North Dakota State beats your Bobcats. Now, if I'd have been thinking, I instantly just said, that'll get you nowhere. If I'd have been thinking, I would have said two things. Number one, if 19-year-old kids playing a football game makes you cry, you have bigger problems.
Yep.
Number two, at the end of the day, win or lose, you still have to live in North Dakota. There you go. Bam!
I love it. Flint Rasmussen, our guest here, Jason Walker Show. All right. You've got cutouts, you've got bobbleheads, you've got toys, all of your likeness. Did you envision this success when you got going?
No, and actually, I wish, I started at 19, 20, 21 years old, and I wish young guys starting, didn't think like that. When I was a little kid, here's kind of an analogy. When I was a little kid, I wanted to play in the NFL because I loved playing football and I thought it'd be cool. Never once when we were that age did the money cross our mind. We didn't know what they even, they meant. Now kids want to play pro sports because they want to be rich. Mm-hmm. Well, when I started doing this, I was doing Big Timber and Gardner and Superior. And I didn't have any goals. It was just fun. I just loved doing it. So what it did, I watch guys come along and they'll do 6-7 rodeos in the NRA the first summer and then call me up and say, man, I'm ready. I want to go to the PRCA. I want to do it. You're doing this. Well, I did it for about 5-6 years. And my brother Will was the same way in the announcing world. And it kind of perfected our craft a little bit, learned what to do, what not to do, how to deliver things, how to put on a true show, how to be a professional. So by the time I got in the PRCA, started doing pro rodeos, we kind of had things, the kinks worked out a little bit. You never do completely. But so all this stuff where you're getting paid well for it, you have the bobble. I have one of my bobbleheads on my shelf, by the way. He's nodding at me, agreeing. I sent some kids a little gift yesterday in the mail, and I sent them each a little Flint Rasmussen face painting kit that PBR does. Never in a million years did I think that. So every time I see it, I'm like, are you kidding me? It is. It's they make a T-shirt with your name on it. Or people, you see a random little kid in the mall in Billings with the Cooper Tire jersey with your name on it. And never one time did I think that. So I appreciate it. I try not to get jaded about things, you get tired but you can't help it sometimes. But overall, no, I guess I figured for some reason it just flashed in my head that I was teaching school in Havre and put my coaching shoes on top of my car, and I was halfway to school in the dark before I realized my shoes were still on top of the car. And I got out and it was 10 below zero. And I said, am I going to be forgetting my shoes on the top of my car for the next 30 years? Making this same drive. I'll never forget that. So I haven't left my shoes on top of the car.
See,
maybe a beer, but never shoes.
So you lived in Havre. I lived in Box Elder for a couple of years.
Oh, see, God's country, because only God would live there. But no, I loved Havre. I student taught in Havre. My high school football coach was Butch Damberger, and great coach. And then he went to Havre. So when I student taught, I lived in his basement, student taught, and was an assistant football coach. Then I got a job there and coached the next 2 years, one under Butch and one under Scott Sword, who came over from Whitefish. So I had 3 seasons in Havre. And let me tell you, what a great experience. I loved it up there. Great friends up there.
The history of Havre is fantastic. There is no question about that.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, so I'm a part of that history.
Yes, you are. You're a part of just every history you go to.
Right.
What can you send us to put up here in the new man cave we have? The Major Mortgage Man Cave.
I'll get you, how about a signed jersey? I'll dig around, see what I have. I'll get you a game-worn Cooper Tire jersey.
Ooh,
and shorts.
You didn't wash it, right?
I'll get you the shorts, too.
So it still has the Flint smell?
The Flint smell is a real natural musk, much like you smell in the forest when the bull elk are in the rut. Much like that. But you can't buy the shorts, so I'll send you the shorts, too.
Okay. No, so, a whole outfit would be great. I got a picture up right now of us. You're in your Cooper Tire outfit. But a picture of us from Kansas City last March when we were
How great
down
was
there.
That?
That was awesome. That was super fun. I wanted to ask you about the PBR because Jess Lockwood winning, he gets married in October, wins a second title in November, and then his wife, Haley Kinsel, wins the world title at the barrel racing just last week. So do we get to claim her now?
I think she's a cool chick. So she is a Texan. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll claim her partially. I think so.
Because they live here now, so.
Well, they'll live here in the sun. Not this time of year, probably. Because she has a place in Weatherford, Texas.
Right.
So how would you like to be 22, 23 years old and get married with that type of financial security? Well, that's just illegal. But she's cool, and she's a great cowgirl. Let me tell you about Jess Lockwood, too. Mm-hmm. I don't think people in Montana realize how good he is. And people say, boy, he's talented. He is talented, but he knows how to win. He hates to lose. He's a former, athlete, state champion wrestler. Mm-hmm. So he knows how to work out. He knows how to compete. He hates to lose. He's unbelievable. People of Montana, he's amazing. It was unbelievable. He won $1.8 million last year, or some ungodly thing. So, yeah, that's not including endorsements and all that stuff. So, yeah, and a good kid. He's a good kid. So,
hey, what's the difference between a PBR bowl and a PRCA bowl?
There's overlap. Actually, there was PBR bowls at the NFR. Mm-hmm. Actually, it depends on the contractors. They select the bulls they take to the NFR a little different than the PBR. There are great bulls everywhere, and there are nights that at the NFR they get on bulls that, Sage Kimsey was 94 points on Bruiser, who is a 3-time PBR world champion bucking bull. Mm-hmm. There were some other bulls that were at the PBR finals. But across the board, I would say the selection process, I'm not a big one to say, PBR is stronger and ranker, but I think across the board all year for sure at the PBR and at the PBR finals, I think the bulls are stronger across the board. So that's the difference. There's bulls at the NFR, PRCA bulls that don't even go to PBR. So I'll tell you, the bull riding at the NFR this year, though, it was good. It was good. I thought they had the right guys winning every night. I thought they were a little free with the 90-point rides. Yes. It's hard to be 90 points in the PBR nowadays. I know people don't think that, but it's really hard.
Well, Jess only had a couple of there was very few this year, and he had the majority of them. He had like 3, right?
Yeah, and he rode that Heartbreak Kid two weekends in a row, and that bull wasn't at the NFR. Those were two of the best, greatest bull rides I've ever seen.
Wow.
I mean, strength-wise. Here's the deal. I'll say this. I know you're probably limited on time here.
No. I'm going to let you go. This is your show.
Here's the thing. People will watch TV at the NFR, PBR finals and say, Jess Lockwood, 94 points on Heartbreak Kid. Oh, come on. When you watch an NFL game live down in a stadium, you say, what's the first thing you say is, I can't believe how big and how fast the game is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't see that on TV. They're so big and so fast. That's deceiving on TV. TV doesn't do our sport any good either. If you're sitting at home and you watch Jess Lockwood be 94 points, go, oh, come on. Let me tell you something. I'm 20 feet away, and I've never seen a bull ride like it on a bull that strong. Jess Lockwood told me, that Heartbreak Kid bull that he rode 2 weeks in a row, when that bull would buck and flex, it would pop his legs off of him because his muscles were so big. He'd flex in his back and it would pop his legs off from him. That's how he said he's never felt anything underneath him like that bull.
Wow.
I mean, that's good stuff to me.
That is great stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that he can feel that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this weekend, Flint Rasmussen, our guest here, Jason Walker Show, he's going to be working on loan from the PBR at the Chase Hawks 25th Rough Stock Rodeo at Metra. You get to work with Will, and I know you've worked with Will before, but what makes Will and you different than what you do every week on the PBR?
Well, a little treat here. I haven't worked with Will in almost between 10 and 15 years. Because we're on different, different paths, different loops. So
I think the last time was at Spring Rodeo, MSU.
Oh, I'll bet it was. I did the last summer I did PRCA rodeos. I did a bunch of rodeos with him. Okay. So that might, I don't know. You might be right.
I think you did a spring rodeo with him back in the late part of the first part of this decade, or
the last summer I did rodeos was 2005. So that's about when the last time we worked together. Okay. So, we used to work together a lot, but we have similar humor. We have very similar references. People, I think, like when we are self-deprecating about family stuff. Mm-hmm. We can reveal things about each other. We hate to finish each other's sentences, but we do that. We have same musical references. There's just, when there's a family group, either the Jonas Brothers or whoever, and their harmonies are really good singing, and they love to sing together. My Will and me and my sister are like that. We always sang together, and it was great. Well, it's the same working together, doing humor with Will back and forth. It's a similar syncing of personalities. If I was sitting here in Billings and wanted to do something fun tomorrow, I'd go, because I think I'm going to be fabulous.
Well, wow. You are so humble. I love it.
No, I know that, but no, it will be fun. I think Will and I, we will sincerely for one night really enjoy working together. Just because there's nothing routine about it. We haven't done it for a very long time, and I'm excited for it. So,
no, I wish I could be down there. It's going to be awesome. My son's
what are you doing? What are you guys doing Saturday? What are you going? Where are you going?
Helena to Billings isn't exactly, I'm not one of these guys that does this each and every week anymore. Now that I don't travel with basketball and football teams, so I'm I just sit and maybe we can. I'll see what my son wants to do because he's back from the Army. He's on leave.
Oh, that's right. Nice job, by the way. You have a son in the Army. I see that on social media. Good job. You got to be proud. Huh?
I'm very proud.
What's his first name?
Bob.
Bob. Well, congratulations. I keep up with that.
Well, I appreciate that.
Very good. Yeah.
You are
and here we are.
Yeah.
People come to me, oh, you're my hero. No, I'm no hero.
No.
Bob's a hero.
Bob is the hero. Yeah, he always has been. But no, I am no hero. I talk on the radio to famous people like you, so.
Right. Hey, what do we, okay, let's, who do you got? Do you sincerely, flat out, if you were on a prediction show, which you kind of are, and if you had no heart, no anything involved in the game, would you pick Montana State over North Dakota State tomorrow?
I'm actually going to give my predictions here in about 3 minutes.
Okay.
But you want it now?
Okay.
I'll just do it now. I'll tell you.
I want it now.
I think James Madison beats Weber.
I do too.
And
I do too.
It's hard to take the heart and the head out of it, because I worked at MSU for so long. But I got to go with the Cats. I just have a feeling. Now, it's going to be a close game, but the way that they're playing the last 6 weeks and the way North Dakota State's played the last 6 weeks, Bobcats.
Yep.
Bobcats win.
They're going different. They're going different directions.
They are.
When do you see North Dakota State not score a touchdown? They didn't last week.
No.
Talked to Coach BJ Robertson today on the phone. They're not going Stormtrooper all white. I think they're going gold and white.
Ooh.
Just a little trivia there. But they're strong. You got is Troy Anderson out for the year? Is that is he done?
I think he's done.
Nobody says.
No, but they're not saying. But I think he's done.
No, I would like. Here's a little, and so I'm picking them. I'm also picking. I think I got to go with Washington over Boise State tomorrow. I think I got to do that.
Yeah, bowl games tomorrow.
Anyway, so before I go, I got to tell you this. This is my proof that these kids that we lay all our emotion in are just 19, 20-year-old kids playing a game.
Mm-hmm.
3 days before the Bobcat Grizzly game, I look and I have a direct message on Twitter. I have never met number 28 Logan Jones for the Montana State Bobcats ever. I just respect what he does. It's a direct message from Logan Jones. He says, "Yo, man, Flint, you got to make me a bull rider." And my comment was, "I'll make you a bull rider if you actually play in the game this week and not pedal that bike the whole game." You know how they sit on the sideline and pedal the bike. Oh, no way, man. So then they win. He invites me to the Rock and R bar. I was already out of town, thank God. He says, "Let's put off the bull riding thing for a few weeks. What do you say?" I said, "Good idea."
I like that.
Then yesterday, I get an Instagram message from number 99 defensive end for North Dakota State saying, "I'm a huge fan, Flint. I really can't wait to see you. But I play for North Dakota State, and you're a Bobcat. They're going to give us a great game this weekend, but go Bison."
Wow.
So there you go. They're just kids.
They are.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Well,
it's a lot of fun.
I have a friend he's an ex-friend now, but he's a huge Grizz fan. We used to argue about this, and I said, you know what, at the end of the day, no matter who wins, I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning, the sun's still going to come up, everything is fine. It's a football game, and if, like you said earlier, people put too much stock in a football game that's played from 19 to 21-year-old kids.
Yep, yeah, it doesn't ruin my day. I just love being a fan. I'm good friends with the staff at Bozeman, and it's just, you know what it is? It's just fun. It's just fun.
It is. So. It's just like talking with you is so much fun. I know you're a busy guy, but we got to do this more. And I look forward to getting that jersey and the shorts. Then we'll put them up here in the man cave.
Yeah, send me your info. This is like the Dan Patrick Show. People say, "Hey, by the way, the Dan Patrick Show, if you watch it, Carson Palmer sent him his Heisman Trophy."
I saw that. That's awesome.
Did you see that?
I did.
Yeah.
If I could get a Heisman from somebody.
Well, I don't have one, or I would send you one. But I will send you a Cooper Tire uniform. And what the hell, a tire?
Hey, I can put a tire up. DP's got one. See if I could get get something from the girls too, like their vests or maybe a buckle that they don't wear that they've won. We could display some of that too. So
I'll see what I can do.
I'll just make this the Rasmussen Major Mortgage Man Cave.
Yeah, there you go. Sounds good to me.
Have you looked online? Have you seen the show yet? Because I've got pictures of Bobcat Stadium up here. I've got. I
actually streamed. I was watching on Facebook for a few minutes yesterday.
Oh,
nice. As a matter of fact, I was checking it out. What about our Cowboy friend Brody Greavy signing with the Bobcats?
I know. I talked to him the other day. He was on.
Yeah, I saw that. I was a bit surprised.
I was too, honestly.
He's had some great offers.
Yes,
he's going to be. I'll tell you what. He fits. Bobcats just put him on the field and put him where they need to be. He's gonna see the ball.
He is an athlete.
This guy's a stud. Yeah. Who wins the triple jump and the shot put at the state track meet? Who does that?
Right.
Brody Greavy. Melstone, Montana.
And he's also a pretty good calf roper and steer wrestler.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. He does it all.
And he
dated
basketball.
My daughter once. Yeah,
once?
He dated my daughter once.
What?
So let's not. Well, I don't know if it was a one. Yeah, for a while. So let's not give him too much credit.
Well, I got to give Shelby a hard time. Was it Shelby or Paige?
Oh, it was Paige.
Well, I got to give Paige a hard
Paige.
time then, because she should have better taste than that.
Oh, she does now.
Okay.
Yeah. No, Brody's a
we
good
kid
kid.
Brody. We kid.
I do, and I like Jay. His dad's a great guy.
Yeah,
so.
no, it's a great family, and I'm looking forward to seeing Brody in the uniform for the next 5 years, so 4 years.
Me too.
All right, man. Well, you have a great weekend. Say hi to Will, and we'll. Real quick, I had Will on the other day. He didn't remember. Do you remember the first rodeo you did together?
Yeah, Superior, Montana.
He didn't remember.
That was the first rodeo I ever did. Superior, Montana. He called the committee and asked if I could come work to try doing this job, and I went. It was great.
Wow.
I remember better. But he's older. He doesn't. His mind's going. He just turned 59.
Wow.
That's how old he is.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
You're gonna be 52 in a month.
52. Yeah.
But you don't look a day over 48.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So,
hey, let's do here in the next little bit. I go to New York City January 3rd, 4th, 5th, and then Chicago, New Hampshire. I'm all over. So let's do a PBR update here next month sometime. Okay.
Anytime you're on. You just text me and say I want to come on.
Okay. Well, likewise.
Okay.
Likewise. Because I'll forget about you. I'll go, who?
I know.
Oh, yeah. Jason.
Always. Yeah. Jason, who?
Yeah. What?
All right. Well,
hey, by the way, when you and Richie Melby came to Kansas City last spring because you were covering the basketball tournament, it is great. Breaks up the monotony to have real friends at a place like that. You hung out in the locker room. It was a great time. So do it again.
A great time. Absolutely. Okay? If the men make it to Kansas City this year, I don't get my trip paid for, but maybe I can come down.
Yeah, there you go.
Hopefully it's the same
Sounds
weekend.
good, buddy.
All right, man. I will chat with you later. Have fun tomorrow night, and be safe out there, my friend.
Always. Anytime, my friend.
That is Flint Rasmussen joining us here. Appreciate him taking time out of his busy schedule, but great guy. And if you get a chance to go down to Billings tomorrow for the Chase Hawks, I definitely recommend it. We'll take a quick break, and when we return, we'll be joined by Eric Peterson, the head coach of the Helena High girls. They got a big game tonight, but he's going to take a little bit of time out and join us. That's next here on the Jason Walker Show. Have you thought about buying a home and just don't know where to begin? Well, when it comes to one of the most important purchases one can make, we understand it can be frustrating and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let the Major Mortgage team help you with all your mortgage needs. Major Mortgage means major service, and we would love the opportunity to help you today. Give J.R. McFadden, NMLS number 1246357, a call today at 406-465-1918, or you can visit him at 2001 11th Avenue, Building A, Suite 3 in Helena. Major Mortgage is a division of AMCAP Mortgage, NMLS number 129122, equal housing lender. Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of the Jason Walker Show. Welcome back, Jason Walker Show, inside the Major Mortgage Man Cave, presented by Helena Accommodations, the in-town 5-star extended stay residences. Visit helenaaccommodations.com. We're going to have predictions still to come. We also have On This Day in History and trivia coming up as well. But as I welcome in our next guest, he is the head coach of the 3-time defending state AA girls basketball champ, Eric Peterson of the Helena High Bengals. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Well, I appreciate you taking some time out and joining me. You got the sophomores playing right now?
I'm actually overwatching the freshmen now. Yeah,
okay.
But both sophomores and freshmen are playing. So
JV coming up later, and then you guys host Billings Senior first?
Senior.
West. Yeah, you get Senior first tonight. Coming off the big win last week over Bozeman to get the season started, and it's a different team, Coach Peterson, than it was a year ago. How proud of the girls were you for that one?
Really proud, actually. You never know what to expect, especially after you lose 5 seniors that had a great impact on your program. And these girls who stepped in, and it's their turn right now, and that's kind of how they see it. You know, we've had a successful program overall in the last few years, and you know, these girls are not used to losing, and they came in and stepped up right away and actually played really well.
Eric Peterson joining us, the head coach of Helena High Girls on the Jason Walker Show. You can't replace the talent you lost last year with the Osveds and Vanessa Walsh and Jamie Pickens, but you do get Michaela Cloker back this year. How is she coming back off that knee injury a year ago?
Amazing, actually. I was very surprised how confident she was to start the season against Bozeman. I thought there would be a little bit more rust and a little bit, just worrying about the knee a little bit, but she came back firing, and defensively she brings a lot to the table for us too, and that's like a returning starter for us. So she would have started last year for us, and this year she's back and better than ever.
You mentioned some of those girls that got significant playing time a year ago, and two of them, Emily Feller and also Riley Tennis. And Tennis hit some big shots down the stretch late in the season. But these are girls that are in the program. They've been in the program. They understand what's at stake, and they've just gotten better and better.
Yeah, definitely. Abby Marseille, too, has been a part of our varsity program since she's been a sophomore. Caroline Bullock gave us some great minutes last year in the state tournament when Jamie was in foul trouble. And so they're just, like I said, kind of stepping in with the mentality that it's their turn and they're up. And, this year it's weird because we've won 3 in a row, but it feels like the pressure's off a little bit just because, we don't have Jamie Pickens. And it's one of those things where, Jamie did so much for us that just kind of it's a new look for us. And so, which is kind of exciting on my end just because, those girls that we've mentioned before, they've been a part of the program and we've done things the same way for the few years, and now we're mixing it up a little bit, which is kind of fun.
Coach Peterson joining us of Helena High Girls on the Jason Walker Show. Do you feel like, because you mentioned that the pressure is off after winning 3 straight because of, the talent that is gone, but do you kind of feel under the radar this year and maybe people are overlooking Helena High or maybe underappreciating what came back?
Well, if you ask the girls, that would be the case, but I don't really worry too much about that. I'm just worrying about us, getting better in these preseason, non-conference games and getting where we need to be for when conference starts and trying to improve every week until we get to March. But I think the girls definitely feel that a little bit, and which is okay. I mean, that just fuels the fire a little bit for them. But for me, it doesn't really matter. I just want us to be playing the best we can do in March and go from there.
Coach Eric Peterson, our guest here, Jason Walker Show. I know you're busy, so a couple of final questions for you. But with Billings Senior tonight, and you mentioned the non-conference games, you have 2 less than you did a year ago. Is that beneficial to Helena High or no?
I don't think that matters too much for us, actually. I think, the non-conference games we're playing are good games. And so it's going to be a good indicator of where we're at early and where we need to be. These Billings schools are perennials in the state tournament, and Bozeman's always a perennial there too. And so for us to be able to play the quality non-conference games, it's kind of more quality over quantity, I think.
Eric Peterson, our guest here. So what do you expect out of Senior tonight?
They're going to be big. They're big. They're physical. They start 5'6", 5'8", then they go 6'6", 6'3". So they're really big and physical, and they're going to look inside to their bigs a lot and kind of work inside out. So I'm just going to try to contain that as much as we can.
With West tomorrow, they've got a couple of very, very good players. One that is signed with the University of Montana already, but the Albrecht twins, they step into some roles that they haven't been in the past for Charlie Johnson, but they're going to be a handful tomorrow.
Oh, definitely. They're probably the 2 most athletic girls in the state as far as being 6 foot and taking second and third in the 100s, and they're going to be a handful for sure. That's to say the least. But our girls are amped up, ready to play both these teams this weekend, and we'll just see. Like I said, it's a good gauge for us to see where we are at right now and early in the season. And I'm assuming that these 2 teams that we'll play this weekend will be at the state tournament in March, and we hope to be there too.
Well, we appreciate you joining us, Coach, and make sure you head on over and watch the girls tonight. Bruin girls also at home at the Bears Den, but Helena High taking on Senior tonight, West tomorrow. Good luck tonight, and good luck this weekend, and good luck all season. We'll check in with you down the road, Coach.
Sounds good. Thanks, Jason. Glad to have you back
before
on.
Before you get going, I appreciate that, by the way. Before you get going, you were telling me Flint Rasmussen, who we just had, he was your teacher at Havre.
That's right. He only taught for a little bit, and I was fortunate enough to have him. And you would imagine what kind of teacher he would be for the kids, and definitely one of the all-time favorites of every kid that had him, just because of who he is and his personality. And what you see in the rodeo is what you got in the classroom. Just a very charismatic guy, and kids loved him.
He is a great guy, but you're a great guy as well. I have a lot of great guys as my friends, so I appreciate it. Anyway, Coach Peterson, good luck tonight. Enjoy the victories this weekend. I predict 2 of them, and we'll talk to you next year. Have a Merry Christmas.
Sounds good. Thanks, Jason.
That is Eric Peterson joining us here on the Jason Walker Show. Appreciate his time. And all right, let's get to the games tonight. You've got 7:30, or 7:15. The Helena High girls will play, and they will take on Senior Capital, hosting West tonight at the Bears Den. They'll flip opponents tomorrow. The boys' teams are down in the Magic City as they are taking on the Golden Bears and also the Bronx. All right, let's get to the trivia question before we get to On This Day in History. All right, so I gotta ask you this. Here's the question, and you can go to win on Facebook or Twitter. It depends on who's fastest. You ready for this? And here it is: at Jay Walker Sports on the Twitter or Facebook, the Jason Walker Show. And you get a gift certificate to Cafe Zydeco. Name the only school in football history, of college football history, to win a national championship at 3 different levels. Name the only school to win a college national championship at 3 different levels. Gift certificate to Cafe Zydeco is on the up for grabs. You can tweet us at Jason Walker Show or at Jay Walker Sports, or get us hold on Facebook and Twitter. And there you go. All right, I wanted to do predictions, and I want to get into that. And I'm going to tell you we're going to do 3 of them this week. All right, so there's 3 predictions. And Marion at Morningside. All right, so atomicfootball.com had Morningside winning by 6. I got to go with the defending champs, the Mustangs of Morningside, to win again. I think they're very good. Their offense is, these are the 2 best teams in the NAIA. But I'm going to take Morningside over Marion and go from there. All right, Weber State at James Madison. And, man, I got to pick James Madison. I don't think Weber's offense, and you heard Sam Herder from Hero Sports talk about it earlier in the week. I don't think that Weber's offense can keep up with James Madison. 2 very good defenses, 2 very good teams that can run the ball, but James Madison is going to score more than Weber. And you probably want scores. So NAI Morningside, I'll say 41-31 over Marion. And now James Madison, I'm going to take 35-17 over Weber State. And then Montana State at North Dakota State. All right, here's the big one. Montana State at North Dakota State. You heard me tell Flint Rasmussen I'm going to take the Bobcats, so I'm going to take the Bobcats. I think it's not going to be a 52-10 game like it was a year ago. I do think that the Cats have a really good chance of winning this game. I'm predicting the Bobcats to win this game, and I'm going to say by a score of 31-27. Montana State wins 31-27, so we'll have James Madison and the Bobcats in the national championship game. What do you think? I could be wrong, but I could also be very, very right. All right, let's get into this day in sports history real quick as we get close on time here. By the way, let me check. Do we have any winners on the Twitter or the Facebook on who is the only college football team in history to win a national championship at 3 different levels? If you think you know, you can tweet us at Jason Walker Show or also at Jay Walker Sports. You can Facebook us at the Jason Walker, Facebook.com/the Jason Walker Show, and let me know what your guess is. We've got a gift certificate to Cafe Zydeco up for grabs. All right, on this date, 1966, NBA awards Seattle Supersonics a franchise for the next season. They lasted until the early part of this decade, and then they went to Oklahoma City. 1985, Howard Cosell retired from TV sports after 20 years with ABC. A lot of that spent on Monday Night Football, where he was very, very, very good. Birthdays today in sports. 1881, Branch Rickey. He helped break with the Dodgers, the executive that broke the color barrier with Jackie Robinson. Bob Hayes, 1942, two-time Olympic gold medalist in the 100 and 4x1 relay in 1964. He was also a Pro Football Hall of Famer, went to 3 Pro Bowls, played for the Dallas Cowboys. Happy birthday to Bob Hayes. And 1966, happy birthday to NFL safety and coach of the Broncos and the Seahawks. I think he's out in Philly now. Born in Butte, Timmy Houck was born on this date, 1966. And a big one of note, by the way, on this day in history, 1803, the French flag was lowered in New Orleans to mark the formal transfer of the Louisiana Purchase from France to the U.S., $27 million. And that was a lot of money back then. It's a lot of money now. But anyway. Okay. So here's our winner of our Cafe Zydeco gift certificate. The only team to win a national championship at 3 different levels. Can you guess? 1956 in the NAIA. It was actually a 0-0 tie, but the Bobcats of Montana State were named the national champs in the Aluminum Bowl that year. 1976 Division II National Championship, the Bobcats won. And then 1984, the 1AA, now the FCS. And the Bobcats beat Louisiana Tech in that one. And the Bobcats, the only college football team, Montana State, to win a national championship at 3 different levels. Nobody else has done it. But Ben McIntyre wins the Cafe Zydeco gift certificate. All right, speaking of Cafe Zydeco, they bring us the walk-off, but we got to do the music first.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
Oh, love that music. The walk-off is we get set to wrap up the show today. Bobcats and Weber State in action tomorrow. How great would it be to have a Big Sky Conference national championship game? Not sure if it's going to happen, but I'm picking the Bobcats. I'm picking James Madison, and there you go. Thanks to Eric Peterson joining us, the head coach of Helena High. He's got 3 state championships in back-to-back, looking for a 4th straight this year. The Bengals have a home game tonight as they take on Billings Senior at the Jungle. Capital Girls taking on West. They'll flip opponents tomorrow afternoon. The boys down in the Magic City. Flint Rasmussen joined us and just kind of let him go, and what a great time. Chase Hawks Memorial 25th Annual Rough Stock Rodeo coming up tomorrow at Metro Park in Billings, and Flint Rasmussen will be doing the announcing and the entertaining, the PBR letting Flint participate. He did the first, I think, 6 or 7, but he gets to come back for the 25th, and it's a great event. Get on down. The 20 best saddle bronc horses, the 20 best bareback horses, the 20 best bulls from across the country, along with the 20 best riders in each event. It'll take about 2 hours to get through all 60 tomorrow at Metro Park. Looking forward to that as well. And on this day in history, brought to you by Cafe Zydeco. Check them out, 625 Euclid. Po' Boys. I think tomorrow I'm going to go get some breakfast, and I think I'm going to get some fried pickles as well. Cafe Zydeco. Check them out, 625 Euclid, a very proud sponsor of the Jason Walker Show. Next week, a big week, is we will have a shortened week a little bit because of the Christmas, but have a great weekend, and looking forward to getting you back here on Monday at 4. Jason Walker Show inside the Major Mortgage Man Cave is presented by Helena Accommodations, the in-town 5-star extended stay residences. Visit HelenaAccommodations.com. I got to make sure the music bed is up as we get ready to send it on out of here. But have a great weekend. Doing whatever you're going to do. Be safe. Go Bobcats. And we'll talk about it Monday here on The Jason Walker Show. Everybody take care.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.